Peace, fam. This is Brother Harold from HawkTheHerald.com. Back with another reaction video. And once again, please like, subscribe, and also share. And we're going to get right into it.
Black women reveal racism they have experienced while traveling abroad. It is quite shocking. Here's one on a flight. Here it is.
I'm American.
Yeah, but so you're Afro-American.
Yeah, I mean, I'm African American, but like my people have been in America for like centuries. Yeah.
You're originally from Africa.
I mean, we're all originally from Africa.
That's debatable. So where do you trace your roots to? What country in Africa?
I don't, because I was like in America, and my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother. So like, I don't think we have the documentation, because like the slave trade sort of ruined that.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been in America for hundreds of years, many generations.
It's very sad that people feel as if they have to respond to these things. And it's also very telling of the times that individuals will come and approach individuals and ask questions like that, or just make assumptions, rather than understanding that we all actually came from the same place. No matter what you believe, no matter how you believe, we factually come from the same thing. And we live in the realm of belief. We don't know anything. We get told everything we should believe. We don't know. The only thing that you know are things that you know in your heart through experience. So this happened also to a woman traveling in Switzerland, encounters this man. Here it is.
Right, you're born here. Your family was very smart. You're born in Switzerland. Oh, it's very nice. Thank you. Your moms and papa and everybody from.
Wow, right? And then this happened while a vlogger was traveling to France.
I got dropped off by my cab driver here at Nikki Beach, and the cabbie told me that this establishment, St. Barth Restaurant, that the people there weren't going to be very nice to me because he warned me, but I went in there anyway, and of course the hostess was very rude, so I chose not to dine there. You've been warned. St. Barth.
See, this is why we need guidance. In particular, divine guidance. See, in the Nation of Islam, we were given instructions approximately a year, 2 years ago, year and a half. We were given instructions not to travel, due to safety reasons, safety concerns, We're told not to travel. And see, now we see that there's a lot going on, especially with the heightened racial tensions. Racism has always existed. It never was a time where it didn't. As long as these people have been on the planet, it existed. We went through a small time period where the racism was exercised covertly. And so now what has been done in darkness is coming more and more to the light. Is that now they're exposing their racism, or they're exercising their racism, way more openly now, We're not hiding it anymore. They've been blatant with it, out in the open. And so that's what people are experiencing. That's what we're experiencing. But it's not that it didn't exist. It always existed. So a lot of it was covert. I want to say this to the sisters, particularly be careful where you go. You know, I'd advise you not to go anywhere by yourself. Um, Traveling in these countries by yourself is not a wise choice or decision to make. For your own safety, you need to be cautious and not travel abroad by yourself. You know, and not traveling at night by yourself. Going anywhere at night by yourself. Be careful. I mean, especially with all the sex trafficking going on, women coming up missing. Sisters, you got to be wise. You know you want to have fun, but be wise. You know, put your safety first. Be cautious. Right? You don't need to put your life into jeopardy for anything. For a job. For anything, sisters. Be careful. Safety first.
Wow. Put it up for a bass. Black women have also shared that when traveling in China, people stopping them for pictures would touch their hair. That is a no-no, cultural no-no. All right. Shane Akandi of Essence interviewed other Black content creators and
See, that's just disrespectful. You know they're not going to do that to anybody else. They're not going to walk up to a Caucasian woman and touch her hair. They're not going to walk up to another Chinese woman and touch her hair. This is blatant disrespect. This just shows you what they think of you. Sisters, Black people.
Why and where they experience the most racism when traveling abroad. She wrote, I plan on staying on the island of Tenerife in Spain to learn about the region's wine culture for a few publications. She's getting the scenery. She's absorbing the culture. Unfortunately, the amount of racism that I faced on that island made my job impossible, and it started to affect my mental health. So I decided to leave my assignment early. From being denied entry into multiple establishments to being called the N-word on local online forums, I ranted about what I experienced to my followers. As I shared and packed my luggage, a common question arose in the chat. What should Black women know about realities of navigating racism abroad? While your experience as a Black woman can vary from place to place, there are a few destinations where it's almost expected that we will be treated less than ideal. While there are some countries where multiple Black creators shared horror stories like Morocco and Italy, it's important to know how certain kinds of destinations might be intersectionally harmful to Black women abroad. Along with the ongoing conflict with Palestine and a history of discrimination against Ethiopian immigrants, the intersection of anti-Blackness and Islamophobia shows up in destinations like Israel. Dowd, whose first name is Arabic, was forced to prove that she was not Muslim in order to leave the country. Quote, what holidays do you celebrate? She recounted the immigration officers asking, quote, what are your parents' names? What languages are spoken in your home? Where did you grow up? And then every Black person goes through the extra.
See, and some of these sisters are the ones who, who made it home. Imagine the countless others who didn't make it home. They weren't going to let the sister leave.
Security line anyway. Okay. Ariana S. shared her multiple experiences with colorism in destinations like South Africa, the UK, and the Dominican Republic. She, as a dark-skinned Black woman, she says she was denied service, forced off of
colorism, man. Racism, man. Stop being afraid to say what it is. Racism. We gotta stop being cowards, man. Racism, colorism, make it sound nice or soft. It's racism. Period.
Buses and accused of stealing in stores, all while watching white and lighter skinned people receive the basic human decency that she too deserves. I'd like to add another country to this, Russia. I spent a little over 4 months in Moscow and St. Petersburg for my graduate school study abroad program. And I've never experienced more danger in my life because of the intersection of Blackness and my US nationality, from attempted kidnappings to multiple forms of racially motivated assault, all in public, high visibility places. If no one has ever told you, I will. Don't go. There are also specific locations within larger destinations that vary based on experience. For example, while I've had a lovely time exploring Turkey, the most racist experiences that I and Smith have had in an airport were inside the Istanbul International Airport. Dowie also cautions Black travelers when it comes to visiting Buenos Aires, specifically, but she enjoyed the larger country of Argentina. This is so damn sad. It's almost like, Sharon, in America decades ago, my dad tells me about it. I remember my grandfather would tell me about these. There were maps, and these maps were for Black people to know what cities to go to or drive through, what cities they could not. Mm-hmm. And then they also would identify the sundown towns. Mm-hmm. And these were cities that you could drive through in the daytime, but you could not be there when the sun went down. And this sounds like an international version of that map. What say you?
Your father and my mother. I got the same stories because that's part of our history that people don't want to live on, don't want to understand. But anti-Blackness is everywhere. When you read the part about Russia, it reminded me that when the war in Ukraine began, similar stories, was people were being evacuated. The Ukrainian system made sure the Blacks, yes, Blacks are in Ukraine, were left off the trains. You're last. You're not full here. And I mean, these are people who live there and were even born there. So we have to realize that I'm conflicted, Doc, because I believe we should be able to go anywhere we want to, and that's the defiance in me, but practically speaking, we can't.
Yeah, hell of a thing. Last year, I lectured in Egypt. Actually, this year early, lectured in Egypt this year. And the amount of cultural insensitivity, I will say. And then you have the pockets of racism that exist due to ignorance. And a lot of that ignorance is perpetrated by bigots from America, ironically. And this message continues to permeate and then becomes this self-fulfilling thing inside of.
All right, family. Put your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think. For them leave you as I came in peace. Remember to please like, subscribe, and also share. Peace.